Hello everyone, and welcome back to Norland, and our World at War series on the channel. And in the last episode, we basically just kind of kept managing our kingdom and everything like that, and I've actually decided this series has started to go on for a while, and we still have probably a little bit more to do, but I think that everything is just taking quite a bit longer to do than before, just because, you know, the map is so large and we have to move across everything. So I think I am going to start speeding through things just a little bit faster, and kind of fast tracking the end of the series, because like I said, it has gone on for a while, and I do still have to put the compilation together. That's going to be a little bit difficult at this point. I will still show you guys like the big key points and everything like that, but just expect me to show a little bit less. Like, I'm not going to show you every forest bandit attack. I'm not going to show you every single time marauders and things like that attack us. I will show you guys defenses, or rather assaults, like on Rome or on Lisbon when those come. And I will also probably, show once we get weapons and things like that going. But I think for the moment, what we're going to do, we're actually going to start hiring some more mercenaries. Unfortunately, there isn't really anything too good right now, but we will hire this guy. And we could probably take a Tanea as well. We could take a few Taneas if we needed to. So we'll take these as well. And hopefully on the refresh it will be a little bit better of a selection. But with that out of the way, so I don't know when the last episode will be yet, but I am thinking that we will start to do premieres for the last episodes of series, and maybe the first one as well. As of today, it is the 7th, so I'm expecting maybe around this weekend time frame, maybe Saturday or Sunday. Um, I will do a premiere for the final episode. So if you want to come and maybe ask me any questions or things like that, I'm not expecting it to be anything too huge or anything like that, but if you would like to come, that would be great, and then you will be able to know that you can do that every single time that we have a final episode or a new series showing up, and hopefully that will create a little bit more of a community for these sorts of things. It'll be really nice to share with you guys, my process and things like that. So if you want to join for that, or if you do not, you can always just watch the video after it's uploaded normally, of course. But other than that, we are just going to kind of start moving this series along, and I will be back with you when something interesting happens. Okay, it has been a few days, and as you can see, we just had a battle. We took control of Brussels here. I decided it was finally time to just go ahead and take them. We had a ton of forces. It was not an interesting battle, so I didn't make you watch it. They originally had a little bit more people. I think they had 20 or so, but something happened and a bunch of them died or something. So it was 65 to like 8. So nothing too interesting there. As you can see, we have Shirka here, and she is married to Edric, and she is pregnant. I thought she might have miscarried there because she didn't have the green anymore, but she's doing okay. So she should have a child. She is Tanea, but I figured that Edric is already starting to get a little bit up there. He's 31. He doesn't have a wife yet, so I figured I would just get him married to somebody he can have at least a kid or two with before she goes through menopause. And Nebtium can just have a slightly younger wife if we find one in the region, but otherwise, that is about it for the moment. Okay, so a bit of an interesting circumstance here. As you can see, this is Rome attacking us right now. They decided to do a sudden attack. They're trying to steal from our treasure, I believe. And as you can see, I was out actually attacking some bandits when they did the sudden attack. So it's actually more like 4 hours until they actually enter the city, before Edric and Nebtium are going to get back. So we are going to have to survive somehow until they get here. So what I did was I moved these archer towers down to here, and we have 5. We have 5 archers. So they're going to have to go into these archer towers, and hopefully the archer towers just don't get burnt down too quickly. And if that happens, then we should actually be able to survive this. It is definitely a little worrisome, though. I don't know if we can wait long enough for Edric and Nebtium to get back. If they do, though, I think we will probably have Neptera and Nebtium lead the 2 squads that are going to finish up this defense. We'll see exactly how this works out. Are they all going to Their towers, there's only 2 of them so far. That's a little scary. What is going on? Okay, so only 2 went to the towers. Maybe they couldn't get equipment in time or something. So this is probably not going to take too long to get burned down. It looks like it's at like 20% right now. Sekmenra here already lost a soldier, but that's not going to do too much for us. Apparently we also got a fighter for the alchemy. Yeah, so I also, I guess, might as well just talk while this gets finished up. Draga was a free lord, and I hired her and married her to Neptune. She is a little bit older, so hopefully she can have a child in time for menopause, but if not, we can always just divorce at some point. Neptune and Edric are quite young still, so either way, that's what that is. And 80% here. Let's check in here. We have about 2 hours to survive now. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. These 2 soldiers are definitely dead. I should probably check as well. Let's see. Did we have anybody else? Yeah, we didn't have prisoners or anything like that. Looks like we do have more mercenaries that I am going to hire just because we have the money. And honestly, they are going to try to steal from our treasury, so maybe I should just try to spend as much of it as possible. Something like that. I do want to leave a little bit because I think we can survive this. It's just going to be close, and I don't want to be completely broke when I do. Especially because I think Sekmenra... Okay, he's not the king. But he might be their treasurer or something. So if we kill him, that might be pretty good. And they're in the hall right now, so this is perfect. They're sitting ducks when we get back there. Okay, I thought they were leaving, but it seems like they aren't. They're gonna go burn some other things down. They got our gold. And Edric is just about here. We have a bunch of peace trees expiring, it looks like. 40 minutes or so. We should be home right about now. Yes, okay. Lots of fire. Oh no, Neptune is not doing so hot, it looks like. Okay, we will put everybody on in. Every single person needs to defend their home here. I really hate Rome for making us do this, honestly. Neptera. We'll actually put Edric in with her. Hopefully neither of them die. Hopefully none of them die, actually. That would be pretty bad. They all have weapons? Looks like it, okay. And we will have Neptera come in this way, and Neptune. Oh, and they're going for the exit, I think. Potentially. Oh no, don't go around, don't go around. Wasting time here. There we go. Okay, no, that is really bad. I didn't want Neptera to get into direct fight. Neptune is also seriously ill. Let's check that out really quick. Typhus, okay. That'll be fine. We'll get some medicine once we're done with this fight. Okay. This should not be too difficult. I just hope we can kill Sekmenra, because I would love it if this would get rid of, or give them the debuff for a weakened army, because he may be like the treasurer, or she. She. I don't know if there's a way to actually check. Oh, right there. Treasurer. Okay. But she is unconscious. She is still alive. Okay. So that's that. Let's disband. Now, are they going to take her captive? If they take her captive, I think I will just... No, come on. I thought they would take her captive. Okay, so she survived. That's not my favorite thing. Yeah, they still have 17 soldiers. I was hoping that this would take them out so that we could go and force them into vassalage or something. We could still just do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and demand vassalage. Shirka's already traveling. Yeah, the only thing is I actually have Edric no longer as a manager, and I'm using Shirka as a manager instead. So Draga might be better to do this. But Draga, of course, she is quite intelligent, so I would like her to stay handling our other affairs. I will just send Edric. He's not really doing too much. He is depressed. Defeat in battle. Why does he have defeat in battle? Huh. We actually won a battle, but okay. So that's about it for the moment. We did also buy a dog, so we have a dog now. That's pretty cool. And then A vassal's about to rise. Okay, we'll have to deal with that. How strong are they? 20 soldiers. Okay, I wonder... We could just send a peace treaty. I guess we'll have to have Draga do this. Okay, hopefully that will fix things enough so that they don't uprise against us. Okay, so it has been some time, and normally I wouldn't be showing you a bandit camp, but take a look at this. So we had a prophecy for a bunch of, civil war causing a bunch of banditry and things like that, so we have a bunch of well-armored bandits here, 50 of them. So we had to send Edric and Nebtium in a full army, and we also have London here with us. So I'm hoping that this will be enough to deal with them, but as you can see, it is about as close to even as you could expect. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in, and we're going to see exactly how this ends up going for us. They have quite a lot of melee units here, so that's not too good, but hopefully the bowmen won't do too much damage to us in the meantime. Looks like there's 5 in total, so maybe not too damaging. I'm mostly worried about losing Edric or Nebtium in this fight. Is Snofra, if she goes down, or he, or let's actually look. She, and it looks like that's the queen. So that could be bad if she goes down early. It looks like we are losing a lot of people early on here, which I don't like. Hopefully our crossbowmen can do some serious damage. Okay. We'll speed it up just a little bit. It looks like Snofra is really doing a lot of damage here. And staying alive pretty well as well. We have lost probably around 20 soldiers already, as far as fighting men, and hopefully they're not all dead. Okay, yep, this is actually working out pretty well. Ruler of London died, oh no. That is exactly what we did not want to have happen. But so far we're actually doing pretty good here, overall. Go ahead and get them in there, we'll pile onto this tower. That one soldier that I don't know why he isn't dying. Alright. We'll speed this up now. Don't need to sit here and wait for these fires to burn. Edric is unfortunately getting demolished. I don't really like that. Okay. And this should be pretty much over now. Now, I think we will split the loot here evenly, but it should still be like 600 gold. Okay. 11 dead. That is unfortunate. Okay, 26 captured in total. 1250 in total gold, so let's see how this... 625 for us and 13 prisoners. They get 13 prisoners, 625. Okay. So their new leader is a Tanea. They are still quite strong, so I guess it doesn't hurt them too badly. But we, of course, will lose the tribute from them for a while. Now, on another note, take a look over here, and I was actually trying to turn Rome into a vassal, but before I could make my messenger get over there in time, they joined here with Belgrade and Sofia, so this has finally turned into a new kingdom that may be our next foe. Istanbul and Mecca are still together, but they are not really all that strong, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about them. They may get conquered soon, and then these guys may also, Cape Town. But it looks like Nebtium is sick again. He has typhus, okay. Hopefully he can take a medical salve by the end of the day. So that is about it for the moment. I just wanted to show you guys that. We will probably be taking Lisbon soon. They're quite weak, so we should be able to just force them to become our vassal. We may actually send this now. We'll send Edric to take care of it. So here we are at Lisbon, and I did try to force them to become our vassal, but of course they refused. I thought about bringing London with us, but as you can see, they are quite weak. So honestly, this is kind of overkill. They had like 8 soldiers, but a bunch of them died apparently. We'll just run on in. Yeah, look at that, 5. Are they even going to put any... Okay, 3 in the tower, so there are 8. Okay. But still probably not a whole lot to worry about here. Look at all those crossbowmen. Alright, Basta. Let's see what you got. I don't think you got much. No, I don't think so. I don't think you have anything, actually. Nope. Okay. really wish they would start attacking these towers on their own. Let's see. We've only lost, I think, 3 or 4 so far. Okay. There we go. Now we have another vassal. And we actually have the full amount for the empire. So, the map of Norland lies before me. On it, 12 kings who obey me and protect me, or respect me. It's time to take the crown of the empire and challenge the Church of Mother Sophia. When the Inquisition breaks its teeth on my army, the whole world will recognize me as emperor, and the faith stone will fall at my feet. So the final trial awaits. When you are ready, proclaim yourself the emperor of the new empire. Defeat the Holy Inquisition on the battlefield to secure the title and win the game. Well, that's not really true anymore. They updated it, so even once you beat the Inquisition, you can just continue on, so it's not really a win condition anymore. But either way, we defeated 3, or died, 3 died, and now we have Lisbon as a new vassal, and they actually don't mind us too much, so that's good. So what else? Oh yeah, so we do have a couple of children now. Ongnet, which is actually, I think he's Edric's. I think, yeah, daughter of Edric, she, apparently. And then we have Merit Tak, and that's Voinisvet's child, so don't know which peasant that he was messing around with, but that's how we got another child. And then, let's look at Rome really quick. 14, okay. So it looks like we may start to go toe-to-toe with them pretty soon. I think I'm going to want to take over a few more places just because, well, I think we're going to want to take out Sophia entirely before we go Emperor, because we're going to need a ton of soldiers to face the Inquisition. Probably, I would like to have probably around 100. It says 32 heavily armed warriors of level 15 to 18. So yeah, we're going to want to like triple those numbers at least. And that's going to require, of course, a lot of money, buying a bunch of mercenaries and keeping them paid for. So yeah. And otherwise, I think that is about it for the moment. I will let you know the next time something exciting happens. Okay, really quickly, I did just want to show you our tributes here. Look at that, 4,200. I don't think I have ever seen so much money except at the start of a new game if you choose to have the maximum amount of money. That is the most I've seen at just one single time. Not in a coffer, but just the most I've seen kind of as a stack of money that you are just receiving. That is a lot of money. So we are just basically buying, you know, anything that we can. But for some reason, something is happening with the trader in that it's always the same books. Even when they refresh, it seems like one book gets added, but it's always like internal trade. All these ones are always here. And I have not seen the smelting furnace. It's never shown up. It's possible that it's only at the Scriptonic now. However, if it is, I have gone the Scriptonic and I haven't seen him with it either. Actually, I don't know why I grabbed this. I thought it was something else, but it is for terror having, so we don't really need that. And we do have a few prisoners. I guess we'll sell them. And yeah, there's really just not a lot for us to buy because the matriarch is upset with us. But that is just a lot of money. I had to show you guys that. And we will probably just keep spending it on more mercenaries, I suppose. Let's see here. That's basically the only one we can hire for the moment. And the only other thing we can really use it on is just basically giving it to, like, our vassals in the form of peace treaties, I suppose. Let's actually do that now. Peace treaty. And we can send a messenger on this one. And who else dislikes us a lot? Oh, actually, most of our vassals kind of like us. I think what we're going to do, we're just going to hire this guy even though he's a Caden. We'll hire him for 600, and we're going to go ahead and just get these other abandoned cities settled by anybody. I don't really like them just kind of sitting there doing nothing. Even if it's somebody who's going to hate us, we might as well just have it settled anyways and get whatever tributes we can from them. So granting them a title is going to be impossible right now because Neptera is actually going crazy. Looks like she might soon be done with that, hopefully. But, yeah, unfortunately, she just got too upset. Well, let's see. Minus 15 with her. Okay, so that's not too bad. We can't have them spend time or anything right now. What we'll probably do when she's no longer crazy, I think I had Shirka buy that dog, so I'll probably just give the dog to Neptera. But I think that's where we're going to call it. In the next episode, we will probably start to move into Sophia territory, get ready to fight the Inquisition. And yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.